Video slash stream slash whatever the heck it says, and today we are back in the world of No Kuni with a wheel that has come off of my chair already. But yeah, last episode we saved Tani. Tani? Is that her name? Yeah, I think it is. Last episode we went and saved Tani. Got Badu on the team, did the whole Clow Kingmaker stuff, and I realised I left my glasses the other side of my room, so seeing will be slightly harder. But yeah, last episode we saved Tani from the Wyvern Den, then we got Batu on the team, then we went to the Kingmakers. No, we saved Tani, then in return they helped us get to the Kingmaker stuff. We did all that, then got back, and then Batu and his lot decided to join us, and then we did the skirmish battle and ended it there. So in a short summary, or in a short term, that's the summary of a nearly 2 hour long stream. But yeah, now this episode, and then we went to the Heartlands, which is where we had to do the skirmish to get to, in order to set up the kingdom to come. And this stream, I have no idea how long we'll be going for, but first off we need to go to the Forest of Niall to meet the Master of the Forest in order to get some wood for, to get some wood to actually set up some more of a permanent place for the kingdom to come. But we'll start out this stream with a fight, because Tani, I'm sorry, but your level is kind of pathetic compared to the rest. So yeah, now I haven't done any grinding in between streams. I know I said I was going to, but as you might have noticed yesterday, I also started Uncharted 1 out of the 4 that we're going to be doing, because I just don't own the 5th game. So yeah, and yeah. Do I have to? I kind of want to grind though, and also stay away from nothing. What level's Tani? 10. And Batu is, yep, the highest of them all. Now we did replace Roland with Batu, simply because they're kind of the same, but if it does happen to come to it, then we can always bring Roland back. It's not like Roland's permanently gone. So yeah, I simply just did it because of the stats and all that at this point. So yeah. Pretty solid team as well, actually, in a minute. Right, so how do we get up here to get our treasure? Level 12 goo. Not what I wanted to aim for, but okay. Got it. can I get over there in time? I can do this, guy. I think a good thing about this game as well is you can basically pick and choose the fights that you want. That was kind of one of my strong points about Pokemon Sword and Shield as well, is the fact that you can literally just pick and choose your fights. You know, you don't have to fight a wild Pokemon every like 20 seconds. You can quite literally choose to avoid all the fights, or you can choose to take part in all the fights. So yeah, which I think is kind of makes it a lot easier as well for grinding, because it's like you can see these aren't Pokemon, but, you know, you can see an enemy's level, so you can kind of gauge how hard it's going to be. Although, you know, it might only be the one enemy that's around that level. So, you know, it might be like the one enemy with that goo, you know, he might be the only level 11 enemy in that fight, and the rest might be, say, level 8 or 9. So I guess it does still kind of have, you know, not really a set kind of element for the leveling. I have no idea how you get it later. But we're heading off down here, so we need to be going. No idea. We'll do the skirmish actually. Actually, no, we'll do some more fights. Try and get Tawny's level up a bit. Now, I did give Tawny the. I mean, I did it in the stream yesterday, but we ended up giving Tawny the. Well, some of the better defense stuff, purely just because of her level and how otherwise it mean you know, Batu and what's he called? I forget what he's called now. But yeah, if we didn't give, in the end of the last stream we did give Tawny the slightly better gear, otherwise it just means that Evan and Batu have a lot higher stats than Tawny. So it's kind of compensating for her level being a lot lower than the rest. We gave Tawny the. I think it was the. I had boss in its name. It was Boots. I don't know. But yeah, we gave Tawny some boss boots or whatever it was. That I think we actually got from the Kingmaker's trial. So yeah, purely because otherwise that'd mean her stats are ridiculously lower than both Evan and Batu's. So yeah, and if you're wondering what it's called, we gave her the Choppy Boss's boots, that's what they're called. And then Batu has Boss's boots, and Evan has Gustproof Whirlwind boots, which is what he's had for quite a while actually now. Yeah, so that's kind of like the loadout for Evan. That's Tawny's, and that's Batu's, and then that's what Rowan's got on him at the minute. You have mallets and axes. Don't have anything else for you. Ooh. See, I want to keep the fire though. I'm gonna put the blunt Wolfram sword on Evan, I think. Oh, don't tell me I've got to fight that thing. Actually, mess it, we'll fight it. Hi, chap. Got him. Evan, you can get back up now. Well, let's just heal up the team a bit. A Grim Chillabango. What's different about you? What's wrong with that monster? It seems different from the others. I'll tear your head off. It'll tear your head off as soon as you look at it. As soon as... It'll tear your head off as soon as... look at you. What's wrong with it? The ones with that weird aura around them are kind of infected with evil. Makes them go even loopier than normal. Weren't enough of a nuisance already. There are some good bounties on offer for beating them, but that's because they're tough as anything. Okay. Basically, stay away from them. Tainted monsters are monsters that have been infected by a mysterious and malignant influence that sends them wild, making them much more dangerous than usual. They attack without provocation. Any and all who approach them, which is why valuable bounties are offered for ridding the land of their menace. Dare you face these horrors? For more information about tainted monsters, take a look at the tainted monsters under the library section of the menu. More will be added as reports of sightings come in. Okay, so in other words, just don't go near them. Where are we actually heading now? We kind of want to be heading like down here. God. So there'll be a bridge or something. Oh, level 17. We could do this. Got him. Oh yay, another pork chopper. Now, if I remember last time I fought one of you, he was slightly annoying. I didn't heal. Because I was slightly underleveled, if I remember correctly. And Evan died, and... yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to remember now. She's fairly close to the next level. Right, this is apparently the Forest of Nile. Not the Forest of George or anything else, it's the Forest of Nile. And according to Batu from the last stream, this guy isn't exactly the one that gives anything away. Forest of Nile. Niall. Is it Niall or Niall? What are all those notices doing on that tree? It's covered in them. That writing... those are the weird squiggles they use all over Goldpaw. I have no idea what the rest of it said. Goldpaw? It's a kingdom on the other side of the forest. There are even more people in there than in Ding Dong Dell. Never mind all that now. Something fishy's afoot. I can smell it in the air. We'd best shake a leg and find old Niall. These are some pretty big trees. Right. There's apparently as well some pretty strong enemies. From looking at the, or pretty high leveled enemies. A Wolfram Spear. Saying that's something else for Tawny. What's its attack? Yeah, Tawny, you just be maining that one and putting the Bandit Spear there. From seeing its attack stat. You kind of need that. I'm not really wanting as well to get into that many fights in this area. By the looks of the amount of red tags I'm seeing. Slightly higher leveled enemies are pretty prominent in this area. Saying around the other side of that tree, there's 1, 2, 3. I'm seeing about 5. What the heck is that thing? Mate, it's a mushroom. I'm just wanting to go around you lot. Not really wanting to get into any fights. Considering the amount of red tags there just was. For names. So, yeah. No, where are we actually head? Oh. Not up there. Kind of already gone past where we're meant to be going. Because I'm an idiot and tried getting past all them red tags back there, but there's a chest here. Which has it in it. A serving of dice dumplings. We need to be heading down this way. Please, you have to let me work here. You just have to. Ooch. Well, it's not that simple, you see. What's going on there? It looks like they're having some kind of disagreement. We've no need of such things. I'm sorry. I don't even know how else to say it. No need of delicious fresh bread. Impossible. You won't regret it, I promise. Please, you have to give me a chance. Is everything alright here? Well, it's a little awkward, to be honest. This young fella here, he says he wants to be Master Niall's personal chef. And he will and I take no for an answer. I most certainly will not. I came here to work and that's what I'm going to do. Wait, King Evan? You're alive? I see. You're Grumnall King. Did you come all the way from Ding Dong Dell? Yes, Your Majesty. The name's Floyd. I was training to be a chef back home. But, well, then the coup happened, and well, if you're looking for a place to live, you'd be more than welcome to come to my new kingdom. We're gonna build it out in the Heartlands. Really? Oh, that would be ever so helpful. I was starting to get a little desperate. Yes, I could be your court chef. I only got as far as learning how to make bread, but it's ever such good bread, and I'm sure I'll learn more recipes soon. That sounds perfect. I shall look forward to finding out what delicious things you can come up with. Wonderful. The Heartlands, was it? Alright, I'll head there straight away. Thank you so much, Your Majesty. I'll see you in your new country. No, our new country. Soon. Goodbye for now. You're not really getting that far, Floyd, are you? Oof, you really saved our bacon there, laddie. We were worried we'd never get rid of the stubborn wee blighter. You're here to see Master Niall, presumably. Well, we'll certainly not refuse you an odd feelings after the little favour. Through you go now. Let me get this straight. You wanted to chop down a load of our trees and carve them off so you can make your daft wee kingdom bigger? Yes. Good luck with that, pal. Next time, instead of sending me some snotty wee urchin to do his dirty work, tell your king to come and ask me himself, eh? I am the king. Oh, do you think I was born yesterday? Nope, I'll speak to your king and none other. I'll make no promises even then. I said I am the king. He is. This is his kingmaker right there. Right here. Now, dude. Get away, will you? I've met kings before. They've a certain something about them. Dignity can gravitas, if you will. A touch of glass. You don't see any of those things in me. He's a very good king, I'll have you know. He used to be the ruler of Ding Dong Dell, but then some mice overthrew him. And now he's trying to build a whole new kingdom, and it's going to be amazing. Crikey, blimey, that's a right old tale. So you're telling me you're young Evan, the lad that we're saying perished in the troubles over that way? Well, that's all well and good. I love a bit of drama as much as the next man, but I can't give you what you need. Old Puggy's the one you want to speak to. You mean Pugnacious from Goldpaw? Who's that exactly? The Grand High Roller, they calls him. Boss man over in the neck of the woods. King of Goldpaw, you might say. Aye, that's the fella. Invited me over for a wee shake of the old dice, and before I knew it, I lost me shirt. So I did what anyone would. I popped the forest down as collateral on one last roll, and well, it didn't exactly go my way. Now his flunkies are tramping through me lovely wood, sticking nonsense on trees and trying to boot me out on me beyond the heartless devils. So those things on trees, they're eviction notices, which means the Forest of Nile is now the Forest of Pugnacious. Ivan Eichlin, you've been bilked, old timer. The game's over and Goldpaw said to be rigged to bury. Aye, that they are. Crooked as a dog's hind leg, the lot of them. Head of state fixing dice games? If it's true, it's quite the scandal. I have a proposition for you, Niall. We need wood, lots of wood. If we get your forest back, will you give us what we need? Are you joking? If you get me back my forest, if you get my forest back, I'll chop down the trees myself. Alright, it's a deal. If that's all right with you, Evan. Of course, Bon Niall is in trouble, and if we can further our cause by helping him, that's all the more reason to try. Let's go to Goldpaw, shall we? So now we're leaving the woods. Oh well. Oh, I never saw that half of these were like level 20. Oh, there's a level 20 there. Did Batu actually not lose a single bit of health in that whole fight then? Right. Oh, warp door. Definitely be wanting that out. Trip door, sorry. Like I just used a bit to basically find out that there's a save point there and heal point. Right. Wanting to save up. How's Roland gaining experience? He's not even fighting. I'm sorry, we're on 11 o'clock. Wow. Right, so that's the Forest of Nile. Hmm. So where are we exactly heading now? I think we want to be heading... like... down... no, I think we want to be crossing the bridge here. Yeah, crossing the way here. I think. Great. What is this thing doing? Tempest Incarnate. Mate, you're annoying. You literally just run away. What's that whole thing's gimmick then? Don't tell me like that's the thing that drops like the most experience or something in the game. Godfall? Or one can only presume this is the right way to be going. I do not want to be fighting a level 18. Or actually, do I? I guess if I heal up I could. Because Batu is like 4. Could I? Yeah, I could. It's just a thing of. Should have restored a bit of Batus as well, shouldn't I? Oops. Crabbable tea. How many of these do I have? 23. Okay, so now the spoil setting can't be tweaked any further. So you can only level it to 4. Christian round cereals. Yeah, I'm wanting that. Money or equipment. We go money. Yeah. And then next. Monster. Do I want to do that or? Oh, I need like 8 in order to do that, right? Now we'll fight this thing. Surely it can't be that hard. Did I just accidentally hit Tani? Evan died at the end. Typical. Evan dies at the end. Ooh, I might be good on Batu. That could go. Yeah, I think we'll just sort out. The stuff, all the equipment, because like Batu can have like that there now. Didn't we just get some that's... I thought we got some that's almost going psychotic at this point. Oh, I've been dreaming. Wait, did he get anything range? Is any better? No. Evan could go up to 50-35. Slightly increases light damage and slightly increases water damage. I think I'm going to do that actually. I know the one at the minute slightly increases the amount of HP restored, but with a 14 and 4 increase, I think we're going to go with the increased light damage and increased water damage. Yeah, there's no better swords. You don't have anything else at the minute. Yeah. You haven't got anything in quite a while, Roland. Because you just haven't been using in quite a while. I don't think anything else. I don't think there's anything else for you at the minute, Tani. So, yeah. It completely slipped my mind you could save like that. God damn it. Magma goo. You rare or something? Oh, you're locked. Okay, so what? Blue one's just locked? No. It's not a surprise attack. I was trying to run away from it. Eat it when it's dead. Right, so now we'd be heading to Goldpaw. I'm taking it that's Goldpaw in the distance there, and that'd be a trapdoor near Goldpaw. Calm Lands trapdoor. Sorry. No, Scalplasm, go away. Oh, Grim Chillbanger, go away. No, 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 no. It's not a surprise attack. I just want to fight them. There's a difference between don't want to fight and surprise attack. Amateurish ranged bow. Taking it, that's gonna be slightly better. No, so 40, 20. I might, when we next cancel some of these bows, you know, like some of these huntsman bows and the short bow. I don't know. It'll kind of just go on as time goes on. Well, I guess it'll just happen as time goes on. Where's Batu? He's back there. He's bringing up the rear. Gold Paw. Gosh. I heard Goldpaw was showy, but blimey. Beautiful in it. I've got a feeling I'm gonna like this place. Them there casinos make a fortune from all the easy marks that come flooding through these gates in their droves. And it all goes straight into the government's pocket. State owned, see. So the government runs the casinos, huh? Guess we'd better go and find Puginacious. Yes, I'm sure if we ask nicely he'll soon see sense and let Niall have his forest back. Although I'm not exactly sure where to look for him. It'll be a big castle looking thingy up at the top of the town there. That looks like where a Grand High Roller would live to me. Seems as a good place to start as any. And also the Great Gate trapdoor. Oh, smell that what? Sweet Saffron Tea House. So 4,800 in there. Dreaming chamomile trapdoor. And we're heading pretty much. Oh, there's a weapon place. Hang on. Completely slipped my eyes. Iron Orchard Outfitters. Anything at the minute, I'm kinda wanting to get some more defensive stuff. No, why would I want that? Longbow, that's an upgrade. Over the ranges, for damage, built by 5. I'm tempted to get that for Roland, just in case we need to bring him back in. I'm actually tempted to get one Wolfram sword for Roland and the Blunderbuzzer for him, just in case we have to bring him back in. Pretty much. Actually, with the... Or do I get one for... No, I'm gonna get one for Roland and then a Blunderbuzzer for Roland. Get rid of that broadsword. and then we'll get him a blunderbuzzer. Purely because then... Well, I want to sell some of these, like, cutlasses and stuff. And the broadswords. You know, out of these abundant, and the rat slicers. Oh, that I own. Or have. Because I think we can all say I own quite the amount of them. This fiery warlock sword. Boar's brawler. Keep huntsman bows. No, I didn't want to sell the Dark Wizard's wand. Because I'm pretty sure that's, I mean, better than what we're using at the minute. It better not be. So, oh, I swear on if that dark thingy sword's better than what we have at the minute. Wobble's rolling out. It's a 14. So actually, for saying that he's basically taking a back seat right now, it's actually not doing too bad. Whiff waff the wafty. Rinsable the righteous. I like we've got shy, cowardly, outgoing. But I think it's like Tove balances out filigree. But we need a, what was it, a strong or something? To balance out Runesable and Whiff Waff. Which, yeah. Another tripdoor? Because I mean there seems to be the tripdoor on just about every corner of this place. I'm kind of just exploring this place now. Trying on pick up all the random items. And I'm pretty sure this takes us down to the bottom. Yep. I'm just running around this place basically stealing the items that are lying around. Right, we'll go back up now to where we're actually meant to be going. Now that we've raided that place fully of all its items. Pretty much. Except that one. And that one. There's a lot of items just lying around this place. Another tripdoor. Lucky Stars Casino tripdoor. I think there's more tripdoors and items in this place than I have actually save files on this game. I don't actually have any, like, amount of save files. There's another tripdoor right here. There's only one right around the corner. Fortune Square. Why do you need this many tripdoors? It's not that big. What's all the noise, I wonder? It sounds like a festival of some sort. You have to come at a most auspicious time, friends. Today's the day in which Lady Luck's die decides the taxes for the month to come. Should she roll a 1, we will pay no taxes at all. Really? None at all? Alas, for the 2 months she has rolled 6s. What happens then? The taxes increase 6-fold. You're joking. How's anyone meant to afford that? It is hard, young lady. But such are the vagaries of fortune, and without fortune, what is gold poor? Although I cannot say one word, not be welcome. Taxation based on a dice roll. Is that a little irresponsible? It is our way, and besides, it is not fun to trust all to fortune. To place one's fate on a single throw of the die. Even our criminal trials are held in this way. Guilt or innocence are decided by the judgment of the dice. Wow, that sounds risky. Indeed, but those blessed by fortune have nothing to fear. Ah, Master Pernicious is here. The ceremony is beginning. It is a pug. The taxes for the month will increase 6-fold. Tighten your belts and trust to Lady Luck. Fellow citizens of Goldpaw, all will be well. Another 6, and I was certain our luck had turned. Ah well, all as the mistress of fortune wills it. So that was Master Pugnacious. Yeah, and if what the kid said was true, he's been rolling nothing but 6s these past 3 months. Well, that's not right, is it? The whole thing must be rigged. We'll not get far making such accusations without proof, girlie. We'd best go see the man himself. Not being rude or anything, Batu, you could quite literally probably make him admit it or anything. He's in the big building, right? The Grand High Rollers Hall. Yeah, Batu, not being rude or anything, you could probably make him admit it. Not being, you know, you'd make me admit it. It's like, oh. Only those with business may enter. Nile centers. We have urgent business with the Grand High Roller. Master Pugnacious is occupied. He will see no one. But it's important. No one. How about we play for the chance to see him? Put the decision in the hands of Mistress Fortune. Mistress of Fortune. A game of dice? Well, if you win, you will have your audience. If you lose, you will pay me. I think we can accept those terms. Excellent, I will make ready. Gather together what money you would wager and speak with me again. Well, are you ready? The stake will be 1,000 guilders. Will you pay me afterward? If you prefer, of course. Shall we begin? Do I have 1,000? Yeah, I literally just have 1,000. We shall play a round of red and black. The game uses 3 dice. I will throw 2 of the dice and you'll confirm the numbers rolled. You will then decide whether the roll of the 3rd die will bring the total of all 3 to 11 or more. or if it will be less. If you believe it will be 11 or more, you will call red. If less, black. Red more, 11 black. No. 11 more red, 10 less black. Right. By this we mean that despite the total 3 rolls, our 3 ones will count as red. Hang on, wait, what? Despite this we mean the total of 3. Our 3 ones will count as red, despite the total of 18. Our 3 sixes will count as black. So hang on. Oh no. So if he gets 3 ones, it's red. 3 sixes, it's black. No, can you explain again? Yeah, I get that part. I get that part. It's 11 or more. Less. 11 or more red, less black. Okay, so 11 or more red, if less black. When 3 ones are rolled, all 3 sixes, red and black, will be turned on their heads. Oh, great. So hang on. 11 or... Which way around was it again? Was it 11 or more red, 11 if less black? I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, because 3 ones count as red. Yeah. You seem fair enough, slightly in our favour if anything. So fine set of dice there, matey. They'll be worth pretty pennies, I shouldn't wonder. I will thank you to keep your filthy hands away from them. These are sacred items, entrusted only to the highest ranking servants of the realm. Yo, I've already forgotten the rules. First 2 dice. A 6 and a 1. Basically, will he get the total is 7? Red or black? What's the 2 needs? A what? A 4, a 5 or a 6 to get more. Great. Will he roll a 4, 5 or a 6, or a 1, 2 or a 3? It's a 50-50, innit? Gonna go red. If a 4 or higher is rolled, the remaining die, you will win. Oh, I better not lose this. Oh, great. Of course. Great. Oh god, right. So hang on. This was the spanner in the works. Will he get another 1? Or won't he? Oh. So hang on, if he gets another 1. Oh, will he get a red? Oh, is it going to be red or a black? Is it a 1 in 6? See, if he gets a red, if I go red, it only mean it's a 1 in 6 chance. If I go black, it's a 5 out of 6. I'm gonna get red. Great. Oh, great. I'll give you red. Kind of going off the basis of I went for it last time and it didn't work. Never would that happen in real life. If we could get our hands on one, we might be able to find that he was cheating. See now, the government runs it, right? So it'll be government employees and dice. Motion seconded. Thirded? Alright then, seems we have a plan. Can I really not just take an axe to this thing's neck? Or tape his mouth shut? What the hell even is it? Head to the casino and see if you can uncover any signs of cheating. So the inside of the casino is like, we'll draw less attention if we split up. Damn, that's a can. Let's try and see what we can uncover, see what we can see. And long neck is still here. You wish to know more about the dice used here at the casino? I can quite understand why you would. I suppose you have been wondering it. Ah, God, lost me. No, I'm not ill before anyone says it. So just don't go there. The admiring glances bestowed upon the bearers of these auspicious items, yes. At last, they are only granted to select servants of the realm. You will not find them on sale anywhere, I am afraid. Not even I, as a citizen of this great nation, would be able to obtain one. I'd give up on any dreams of owning one if I were you. What's the most remarkable quality of the casino, you ask? I suppose it's the creepiest more than anything. They're all but impossible to outplay. No matter how good one's hand may seem, they always seem to find a way to turn the tables. They must be blessed with inexhaustible reserves of good fortune. But there's no reason to give up. If I too pay regular obedience to Lady Luck, the tide of fate will surely turn in my favour eventually. Batu. It's not uncommon for visitors to our kingdom to loudly decree the casino as a den of trickery, but this is a ridiculous assertion. They don't understand that it is owned and operated by the state. Surely they do not think the powers that be intervene to ensure the dice always fall in their favour. Such behaviour would be an affront to Lady Luck, our holiest of holies. If you ask me, such complaints are nothing more than whining of sore losers. That should do it for now. I hope the others manage to find some helpful clues as well. Well, what do you think? What do you know? The dice they use in here are the same as the ones our friend the gatekeeper had. And it seems they are really a little fishy. I'd be the proof of that, lad. This place is as crooked as a wyvern's grin. You didn't, did you? Oh, you did, you big wally. I couldn't help myself. Stand by and watching while there's fun to be had. That ain't my way, girlie. And how much did you lose exactly, if you'll excuse me a little pry? Oh, mere pennies, little fella. Mere pennies, haha. Right. Okay, my controller just decided to cut off for a second, man. There's something I want to show you. I can't do it here, though. Shall we take this somewhere a little quieter? Sure. How about the lobby at the inn? So Batu's got a big fat version of one of these flying around him. And we be going down this way. I really hope these things aren't like a permanent thing that follow you around as well. Mate, they teleport if they get too far away from you. Oh, great. Or just tell me that's Lofty that does that. And these things just... Welcome, dearies, welcome. Would it be possible to borrow the lobby for a moment or two? By all means, my lovey, by all means. Take all the time you need. So, Tani, what was it you wanted to show us? Your favourite little scallywag only went and swiped herself a dice. Huh? You mean you stole one? Ah, stolen, borrowed. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Anyway, I've got something very interesting to show you.
What's this? If I press the 1, we get a 1. And if I press the 5, a 5. Now 2. Beginner's luck.
That's how they've been doing it, huh? Scurvy up blocking our paths. Pugnacious had the self-same dice, so he did. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go and tell him his secret is out. He'll just deny it. Besides, it's better that he doesn't know we have it for now. I see where you're going. Very crafty. I likes it. So like, yeah. And then you tidy. And Bob's your uncle. Wahey. Well, best plan in the flipping world, right? But will it really work? You know, it's a little risky, but I think it just might. Tidy, that decided then. Leave it to your old pal Lofty. Let's go and pay Gary Gateface a visit, shall we? Gary Gateface. Wrong way. Nope. Still wrong way. Going this way. Damn it. That's definitely been one big fat debt in that bird. Imagine having that flying around you for years to come. You owe me Jew bill, really? No, I've come to play another round. As you wish, but know that should you lose a fourth time, your debt will still grow further, and grow still further. No, I'm not losing this time.
I'll be counting on you.
I'm counting on you, Lofty.
Impossible!
What deception is this? You manipulated the dice. You must have. How would we have done that exactly? It's yours, and you rolled it. Or are you saying you had some nasty little trick up your sleeve and it didn't work? Aye, little trick? No, you have no proof. How dare you? What is all this noise, Master Pugnacious. Well, and what exactly is going on here? You know better than to have caused a scene so close to his Eminence's private chambers. Master Pugnacious, how glad am I to meet you at last. We were sent here on urgent business by Niall. Yeah, but your stupid gatekeeper here tricks us into owing him a fortune and he still won't let us in. This is how gold poor treats its guests. Forgive me, my foolish underling. Forgive my foolish underling. If my good friend Niall sent you, it can be no trifling matter. That much should have been plain. And to resort to base deceit, an unforgivable transgression. Your debts will be annulled, of course. Thank God for that. But this is no place to talk. We will continue inside. This one, throw him in jail.
Yes.
Of course, Master Pugnacious. But no. But no. Thank God he's gone. And the birds. The dog and the birds, actually. Thank God they're both gone. Not this guy. This guy's needed. This guy might be a different matter, though. So, Envoy of Nile, what brings you here? We've come to ask you that you return his forest to him. Ah, but of course, he has sent you to beg for it on his behalf. And why would I simply return it? I won it from him in a game of chance. It was his fortune willed it. Was it? We couldn't help noticing how much cheating goes on in this supposed kingdom of chance. What are you implying? It was on the dice roll of Lady Luck herself that Niall gambled. Huh. Our friend outside may have been capable of base trickery, but Mistress of Fortune, I think not. So he wasn't even playing with their Pifflin casino dice? No, the one we saw in the ceremony was much bigger. Does that mean someone could have messed with it? You'd accuse our most sacred symbol of trickery? It is preposterous. It is a preposterous idea, but you are welcome to examine her if it will please you. But I would warn you to proceed with the utmost care when doing so. The people of Goldpool will not take such an intrusion lightly. Thanks. I think we'll take you up on that. Come on. Yeah, the pug is definitely planning something. These outsiders do not know their place. Indeed, Master Pugnacious. We must be on our guard. Bother, I really thought we were on something there. Yeah, we're right back where we started. Not quite. I'm sure if we look hard enough, we'll find something not quite right with Lady Luck. If you say so, let's go on have us a gander, shall we? A nationwide scandal. Take a closer look at Lady Luck. Roland's journal has been updated. With quite the lot. As well. I don't see any kingmakers doing this here. Bet you don't see any kingmakers doing this. Hey, way, hey, way. Have you found anything lofty? Nothing much, no, unless you count the biggest flipping jumble of awards and charms and magic repellent doodads I've ever seen in my life. Other than that, wood's nice. All smooth and shiny. Yeah, it's quite quality stuff, this. So nothing to miss at first glance, huh? I can see why he was happy with us to come take a look. All those wards and things could mean that you couldn't influence the roll using magic, wouldn't they? I guess so. What I'd really like to do is sneak a peek inside, but I get the feeling we wouldn't make ourselves too popular if we smashed the thing open. Cease this outrageous. Damn it. Hey, watch. We are calling a pet paleo. Master Pugnacious gave us permission to look at the die and make sure there's no funny business going on. Is that so? Very well. Very well. The degree to which he ensures Lady Luck's unimpeachable integrity is admirable indeed. It sure is. I bet the statue must take some serious looking after her, and that die too. Exactly. You are young. Exactly, you are, young friend. But you understand much. Why only recently His Eminence became concerned at the decidedly worn condition of the die we had always used, and had it replaced with an entirely new one. And no expense was spared in its making. He dispatched a delegation of our most highly respected craftsmen to the deepest part of the forest in search of the finest wood available. He did, huh? Ah, but listen to me chattering on. I'm sure you're busy enough already without me bothering you. Nice to meet you, young man. He meant the forest of Nile, I suppose. Seems like he's going on a mite overboard, sending all of these craftsmen so far out of the way, doesn't it? Do you think it was them who stuck all those notice thingies to the trees? I don't know, but I think we should go back there and look around a little more. Alright, let's head back to the Forest of Nile and hunt for clues. Great. Greenland Cove. Because I'm not walking all the way back to the Forest of Nile from where the Lady Luck statue is. That is not happening. That, and there's a save point right here anyway, so progress. And it's been ages since we saved at one of these. So yeah, now I know I can save from the menu, but when, you know, there's kind of this here to act as a waypoint kind of thing. Or, you know, as a kind of heal thing as well. It's almost been an hour as well. So, God hope this stream doesn't go bad or anything. Otherwise I'm going to have to play through that whole last hour again. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. And it's like I said yesterday, I'm not going to force myself to play this game like when I'm not enjoying it. Which is why I said what I said. Basically about there being a potential pause in between, you know, some episodes or some streams and all that. Purely because I'm wanting to stream this game as and when I want to, and not when, and you know, I want to stream this game as and when I have time to do like an hour plus, and also when I feel like it. I don't want to force myself to play through this game because it is one of them that I'm wanting to enjoy. You know, it's not one of them that, you know, I'm basically just wanting to have sat there as a thing I could play. It's one of them that, you know, I want, that I'll play it as and when I want to play it. Which, at the minute, with this whole lockdown thing, is pretty frequently. Actually, you know, I might explore more of this forest and try and get some of these trapdoors. Huh. It is tempting to do that, actually. You know, just explore some of these, well, some of the area, more area of this forest, try and get the trapdoors. There'll be a locked chest. Huh. What do you do? Do you like jump up? Here. Here. Yep. God help you if you fell down from one of these. Could you imagine it? Is that a trapdoor? I like how the characters kind of just swap as well on the spot. It's like, yeah. Oh my god, there's a trapdoor right here. Well, there's the Sunny Patch pond trapdoor. So we quite literally could have just walked straight back to Nile. I knew the crafty wee roasters. Now all we need to do is get some proof that there is funny business afoot with Lady Luck as well. You haven't noticed people from Goldpaw doing anything strange in the woods lately, have you? Well, they were up to something over toward the old woods there, but to be honest, there were so many of the beggars traipsing in and out, I couldn't keep track of it all. Maybe that's where they're making the dice. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Hold your horses, laddie. We'll not be going anywhere near the old woods unless you can cast a quicken growth. What's that? It's a spell. You great bam pot. You never heard of it? Ah, kids these days. Here, I'll teach it to you. Quicken growth. Non-battle spell learned. You learned the Quicken Growth spell. And what kind of spell is it exactly? Can you not figure it out from the name? It makes plants grow fast. Cast that wee beauty on a teeny tiny seed and it'll be a tree. A tree as tall as a house before you can blink. The path's a pain to get through down that way. If you sling that spell at a few toadstools, you'll find the going a bit easier. Thanks for the tip, Twig Tig. Thank you so much, Niall. Radio, looks like we're off to the old woods. I wouldn't sound so pleased about it if I were you. The monster's over that way. Where you've been a right pain in the neck lately. Right, so Batu quite literally running like he's ready to knock something out. And she's gained death as well, as apparently. Or it has. But yeah. Now I'm keeping an eye out for tripwires, because I definitely want to be getting some. Because I didn't see the one in Niall's place, or in Niall's little area. So I definitely want to be keeping my eye out for them. Did he just kick them open? Nope, his hand floats above them and they open. Imagine if he just booted it open. 273. No, I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for some tripwires. If you guys as well see any tripwires in the videos that I've missed out, or that I've missed, definitely feel free to mention in the comments on the stream, and give me a timestamp so I know where to look for them. I think I hear one actually. I'm pretty sure I hear one. No. I actually know if they make a sound. I know they give off like a massive blue light, but I don't know if that's the only indicator of one. I definitely want to be keeping an eye out for them though. So how many more are there in this area? There's two. There's two more to find. One's probably going to be in this deep forest that we're heading to. And then God knows where this last one will be. Wow. Them things gotta like drop a lot of experience or something. No, they just seem to like disappear. Or when they're close to dying. I'll figure it out eventually. Quicken growth. Like how all of a sudden Batu can just cast these spells as well. It's like he's all of a sudden gone from knowing absolutely no magic to, yeah, learning spells in the form of literally just learning them from Nile. 5 pieces of lumpen lumber. Okay then. I'm kind of just exploring each branch at this point as well. Keeping an eye out for possible spots for this, or for these things that we're looking for these trapdoors. Queasy Wolfram sword. Ah, trapdoor and save point. So something important about to happen. I do want to see as well what this Queasy Wolfram sword's about. 5623. Okay, so I'm probably wanting that one. Or do I want to get? Or do I want to give him? No, I'm gonna give him that, and I'll give Roland the Queasy Wolfram sword. Kind of in case we ever need to bring him back in as backup. Ah, Old Woods. So this is the place we're meant to be going to. All party members HP restored, or MP restored. Definitely on for like hour and a half, I reckon, at this point. Would not surprise me. No, we're going for the, like, what? When did we start? I don't know, I only had like 2 save points today. It's like that. 3? Really? Wow. Oh yeah, because we found... Yeah, because we found one in the Forest of Nile, which we didn't find yesterday. Oh no, because we got to the Forest of Nile today, didn't we? Because it took us like an hour to get there, almost. Or no, half an hour to get there. Like over an hour to save for the second time. I've apparently got a stretch now. Because apparently I'm tired. But yeah, we're going for over an hour. God. Or for just over an hour. This game is definitely fun, though. I will give it that. Yeah, I did get that. So how many trapdoors are we actually missing, though, in the Forest of Nile? 1. Okay. And I haven't seen it, but then again we might have walked straight past it like I did with Niles, or the one in the place where Nile is. Oh, they've been busy. This is where they're making the trick dice. How shall we do this? Charging, shouting our heads off? No, we can't draw attention to ourselves. We need to slip in undetected and find out what they're doing. Hide yourselves. Some swabs are coming. It's 12:05. Why did they have to build it so far away? Fool. Any closer and the people of the city would surely discover it. They're from Goldport. They must be. I have a mighty fine idea of all of a sudden. You know, I think I might be thinking what you're thinking. Huh? Guess I should have expected as much from a pair of sky pirates. Are you sure this will work? Only one way to find out, lad. We'll keep watch out here. Off you go and sneak into their dice factory. Just don't be too long, right? Guess we don't have much choice. Come on. Oh, but Tiny and Barty stay behind to keep watch. Hey, Evan and Roland. The way it was about 3.5 hours ago into the game. Not even that. Like 2.5 hours ago into the game. Roughly. Phew. I was sure he was going to see through our disguises. Well, he didn't. Looks like this might just be work. This might just be work. Might just work. Alright, we need at least 2 forms of proof. First, something tying to Pugnacious direct. The first is to find something tying Pugnacious directly to the deception. Some kind of documentary evidence would be ideal. The next evidence is how they're manipulating the dice. My guess is they're not using magic. Really? But how else would it be done? Could it be done? Oh, there are ways. We have a few different techniques for manipulating dice, manipulating things from a distance where I'm from. It wouldn't be a surprise if somebody here has come up with something similar. Alright, let's find that proof. Let's do it. These disguises should help us get close to the people who work here. Maybe we can pick up some clues. You obtained a comb of runny honey from quite literally doing nothing. Great. So workbench used to make trick dice. There's something particularly special about it. It's probably trick dice for use in the casino. They don't seem to have anything to do with Lady Luck's dice though. There are plenty of interesting objects on top, but none of them appear to provide any evidence. The other room? There's nothing very incriminating around here. No, visit them. Must assemble the necessary documents in order to process the large accounts. Sometimes I regret choosing to work in the accounting department. Constantly hounded by everybody and never a word of thanks. This I was proposal suggesting a few improvements to our basic dice design. I'm not going on making the same old thing forever. After all, we should be seeking out new ideas all the while. Golpor has long been famous for its tricks and contraceptions. Contraptions, sorry. It is our job to take all this knowledge and use it to create ever more exceeding dice. And only we high officials of the realm are permitted the privilege of working with them. Such an honour. Such a great honour. There, all the dice meet the required standard, and that's this week's quota met, so now time to relax. You there, have you seen my blueprints? You don't even know what blueprints are? Ha, forgive me. I should have taken better care of them. So what entirely do you have to do? I'm sick to the back teeth of churning out regular dice day after day. When will I finally be allowed to work in the trick dice department? How many dice have you made today, friend? I'm feeling especially productive. I think I may have even break my daily record. My superior told me recently that despite appearances to the contrary, these devices are not actually powered by magic. He says in fact they rely on technology that we imported from another kingdom. I'm not sure I believe him. It looks like magic to me. It looks like some kind of control unit, but there's no way you'll be able to sneak it out under the worker's nose. Maybe another one lying around somewhere though. Okay, so we're basically looking. Aha! Obtained a remote device. Oh, look. This must be it. And based off all this stuff, it looks like what I thought, a remote control for Lady Luck's device. Just like you said. A lucky guess. Anyhow, Pugnacious must have one of these. So this is how he keeps the taxes so high. And how we stole Niles Forest from him. It sure seems that way. And it's also how we're gonna make him pay. You could really use some proof connecting Pugnacious to this place. Great. Let's look around a little more. I'm not idling. I have something very important to. And what about you? Should you not be getting back to work also? Okay, I'm taking the Pugnacious stuff is going to be in the other room. Because 2 rooms, 1 in each. Yeah, just one more room shows and so on, but Pugnacious has done anything wrong. Tool used by the workers here. Especially suspicious. A set of signed instructions. Look at this, it was in the drawer. That's Pugnacious' signature at the bottom. It looks like instructions on what he wants them to build. I'm guessing these were supposed to be destroyed. Luckily for us, somebody didn't do their job. Well, that's certainly undeniable proof. Wonderful. That's everything we need. Come on, let's get out of here. Unauthorized intruders detected, initiating attack sequence. Oh, great. Tiny Batu. Sorry, looks like we got rumbled. What's with this horrible thing doing here anyway? I don't like our chances, girly. Yeah, they're trapped. Then we have to help them. Mossy Monument. The architectural monstrosity. Hey, this thing's level 21. And Roland's replacing Batu. What? What's with Evan glowing? Hey, everyone got a level up. What was with Evan glowing then? Phew, I thought my goose was cooked there for a second. Looks like the people in this factory didn't notice the rockets either. We got lucky there. Well, didn't you find your precious proof? Yes, we found the device Pugnacious uses to control the dice's movement. That's the stuff, lad. Now we can go. Now we can hang the swindling dog out to dry. We sure can. With this thing to help us, we'll be able to expose him for the fraud he is. Evan, I need you to be sure you're okay with what we're about to do. We'll be interfering directly in other countries' affairs. If it doesn't go well for us, things could get ugly. And if they go really badly, you could be making an enemy of an entire nation. Are you willing to take that risk? Stealing from one's own people is unforgivable. We cannot stand by and let that happen. We have to give the citizens of Goldport their country back. That's the spirit, Evan, lad. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't let him walk all over them. You grow more kingly by the day, Your Majesty. You really are starting to sound like a king. You know that. Alright, our leader has set out his policy. And now it's time to implement it. Apparently Batu's just been replaced. Can we fix that? Sorry, Rowan. Batu has, slightly more health, so he is slightly better. Considering Evan has like 500, almost 600 health. I'm gonna save quick. Just because off of memory, there's not one in Goldport. What time is it? Depending on time, actually. Right. Yeah, guys, no, we'll do this Pugnacious thing now. I was gonna end the stream there, and then I was like, but this Pugnacious thing could be the end of this chapter. So, we've got all the trapdoors in there. I don't know where that one is though. I might Google that off camera. What I might do actually is, for these trapdoors, for these trapdoors that are, or for these places that have like more than one trapdoors that we have yet to discover, so like basically this one in Forest and Nile, I might just Google its location to get it. So yeah, there is that. Oh my god, my eye. Right. Go and accuse Master Pugnacious of cheating. This could actually be a lengthy cutscene. No Kuni II. Or Aye, Captain. If Batu was the leader. You again. And did Lady Luck provide evidence of the dastardly machinations of which you imagined us guilty? Master Pugnacious, you have deceived Nile and your own people, the very people you're supposed to serve. More wild accusations. Where's your proof, Did you find any evidence of trickery? Some ingenious device hidden somewhere inside Lady Luck, perhaps? Come on, you know what we're on to. Why not drop the act? There's no act to drop. I am innocent, as the Mistress of Fortune herself will attest. What, That's not such a bad idea. I hear she's the one who passes judgment on legal matters around here. How does a trial sound? It sounds like a very fine idea indeed. Yes, this is the way of God, for all matters of state, be they legal, political, or otherwise, are decided by the roll of the sacred dice. And as a ruler of this great nation, I am more than willing to submit myself to the judgment of Lady Luck, or the controller that you have. But know that if I am found innocent, I shall treat your attempts at sedation with the gravity they deserve. You'll be punished for crimes against the state. Do you accept my terms? Then we will begin the preparations right away. Come to the square at the appointed time. What, like now? Alright, time for the main event. I'll leave this to you, if you don't mind, Roland. Sure, I was hoping you'd say that. Roland, just don't mess this up. Head to Fortune Square for the trial by Fortune. The preparations are complete. The trial can get underway as soon as you have confirmed that you are ready. Well, shall we begin? Begin the trial. Very well. If you would please take your places. I hereby convene the trial by Fortune of Master Pugnacious, Grand High Roller of Goldpaw. Being the defendant, His Eminence will be unable to preside over this hearing. As such, it falls to me to discharge his duties. I hope you will forgive my doubtless clumsy efforts in this most unfamiliar role. A trial is underway. The Grand High Roller in the dock, no less. What in the world could have happened? Why are you dressed like that, Roland? Because this is a court of law. The defendant, Master Pugnacious, Grand High Roller of Goldpaw, bows his head before Lady Luck and submits her judgment in this matter. He stands accused of dereliction of duty, specifically the knowing deception of his people. If the prosecution would like to begin by making its case, we intend to prove to this court that Master Pugnacious did knowingly and willingly, with the aid of a network of his most trusted retainers, defraud the very people with whose care he is entrusted. Further, I will show that he distributed devices among his accomplices which were used to carry out deception on a grand scale through the manipulation of dice rolls. I do not doubt that you have found evidence of some trifling chicanery, chicanery among lower level officials, but to allege that this administration as a whole is complicit in such behaviour is preposterous. I have not and will never engage in dishonest practices of any kind, and to accuse me of such is to defame my character and call my good name into question. Perhaps you will permit those present to withholding judgment on the matter of your innocence until I've presented my proof. Item used. Roland offers up the set of signed instructions as proof. But what is the meaning of this? I think you know very well. After all, this document was written by you, was it not? Ladies and gentlemen, to present the prosecution's key exhibit, written in instructions for the assembly of manipulable dice, clearly signed by Master Pugnacious. Does the accused have anything to say in his defence? Other than that my prior outburst was a merely expression of shock at the brazenness of this shameless act. I have never seen this document in my life. To stoop to the fabrication of evidence is a pitiful tactic indeed. It is a forgery, plain and simple. Why don't we let Lady Luck be the judge of that? By all means. It seems that both sides are satisfied to entrust the judgment on this matter to the Mistress of Fortune. May the dice roll as the undisputed word of truth. Lady Luck, grant us an even number if the evidence be false. If it be otherwise, let the number be odd. Time to show the people of Goldpaw just how badly they've been misled. He has a controller in his sleeve. But this is... By the use of the remote control, the outcome of the Lady Luck's dice roll can be readily manipulated. The prosecution was able to visit the place where these devices are manufactured and to procure one for its own purpose, namely the demonstration of this is fraud. Master Pugnacious deliberately kept the taxes high and stole Niall's forest from him, and only using this horrible trick. Master Pugnacious. Can this really be true? Cheat, deceiver. Shame on you, you're the Grand High Roller. Don't you have anything to say for yourself? Oh, great. All that I did for gold poor. I had to make my nation rich, richer than any other. It was the only way. The bond with his people is weakening. Soon it will be time.
What's that?
It's the Kingmaker. No bang.
He doesn't look happy.
Master Pugnacious, your righteous rule has been tested and thwarted. My plan is complete. Your kingdom is mine.
Wait.
Long Fang, Butcher, Baker, Kingmaker. Could you fit any more E's and R's into that? Butcher, Baker, and a Kingmaker. Oh, where are we? It's an interdimensional dimension. Ain't it? And if we don't do something, it'll eat up the whole kingdom. What? Then we have to stop Long Fang. You're not wrong there, me boy. Come on, let's knock some sense back into the old bitey, shall we? Yeah, just surely. That there ain't just a Kingmaker. Tis a Kingmaker gone doodle-dally. Doodle-lily. A blessed realm wrecker. Don't be like that, man. Where there's a will, there's a way. He's lost his marbles in it, which means he can't be kept on. Keep a lid on all that power. What'll happen to the power if you can't keep a lid on? That's right, it just comes flying out of you. I'm not reading the rest of this because I feel like I'm gonna have to end the stream in like 10 minutes. Weak spots. Realm wreckers are kingmakers that have lost control of their enormous power and run wild as a result. This power escapes from them in blight glowing bursts. The points from which this energy escapes are particularly vulnerable to attacks. If you focus your assault on them, you'll deal a lot more damage. How many of you want to spawn exactly? Like 14? God. Hig makers. Hig makers are mysterious entities that have absorbed the power of kingmakers, giving them the ability to exploit their weakness when enough of them gather together. They're born from items into which a kingmaker has instilled his power. So if you smash up anything a kingmaker creates, you might just find some. When enough of them have appeared, a gold circle will surround them, and they'll beckon you over to press X and call on their always impressive assistance. Why are you on the edge there? Oh, damn it. That quite literally could have been the last one as well. Got him. Well, that was kind of, I'll say, quick fight. It definitely was not that easy. This here's the square room. Phew, we're back. I suppose that means Long Fang really has calmed down for now, at least. Guess we better type some loose ends here. I have done the unforgivable. My desire to lift the kingdom out of poverty became an all-consuming greed. That weakness made me vulnerable, and he exploited it. Who is he? The one who stole your king's bond? He came to me some months ago. He promised secret knowledge of ways in which our nation might be made yet greater, and in return he sought high office. It was he who suggested that the dice be manipulated, who gave me the means by which it might be done. When did I fall under his spell, and how I could have been allowed such a thing? How I could have allowed such a thing to happen? We managed to calm your king's maker down, but without your king's bond, will things be okay? They'll be okay. You have bought us little time. He will sleep a while yet. But in time he will reawaken, and in the absence of the bond, he will seek to destroy our kingdom once again. But why? Curse his scaly pate. There ain't a jot of rhyme or reason why such wanton savagery. Not now. Master Pugnacious, for the sake of your kingdom, for the sake of your bond, will you help us? Forgive me, I haven't even introduced myself properly. I'm Evan Pettywhisker of the House of Tildrum. I have formed a pact with the Kingmaker of the Cradle of Light, and I mean to found a new nation in the Heartlands. Will you stand with me? So what's this I sensed in you? It was plain to me from the first that you were no ordinary child. But what is it that you propose? I want to protect our world. I want to make sure that nobody else has to lose what's most important to them. And I want to help, and you want to help me? I want you to tell me. I will do all that I can, of course. I fear that he who stole my king's bond may not be satisfied with mine alone. This being so, we must stand together with our brothers' nations, or lose all that is most dear to us. With that in mind, I mean to return Niall's forest to him. Indeed, I mean to return all that I stole. Word of my decision has been sent to Niall already, of course.
Thank you.
Really? Thank you so much, Master Pugnacious. Godpaul will rise again, and its people with it. I wish you good fortune. Everyone got a level up, of course, but we're going to go back to the Forest of Niall, going to go to the Greenland Cove, and save. Because I feel like we're going to be ending the stream here because it is 1:45. And we've been going for quite a time. Yep. We're on like 6 hours and 9 minutes into the game, and this stream has been, I don't know why I always like to see how long the streams have been in the end. it's just something that's like, yeah, I can do it, so why not? How long on average it should have been? Yeah, like 2+ hours. Yeah, over 2 hours. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this game, guys. It is one of them that once you get into the meat of it, like past the past like 2-3 hours, it does really start to speed up with everything. And yeah, so without further ado, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys late. I say later. I mean in the near future for more either Uncharted or No Kuni II. Possibly not Battle for Neighborville until the new prize map comes out. I don't know. I might jump on there now on my own time, just to grind up a few prize balls before the next prize map comes out, just so that, you know, we can blast through first couple of prizes. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Adios.